International Day of Democracy 2025. Let me start with a simple question. How much does your voice really matter? Imagine you could change one rule in your school or community. What would it be? Take a moment to think about it. That's exactly what International Democracy Day, celebrated every year on the 15th of September, is about. It's a day to celebrate your voice, your choices, and your participation in shaping the world around you. And yes, it's not just for politicians or adults, it's for everyone. What is International Democracy Day? So, what is this day all about? The United Nations established it in 2007 to encourage countries to strengthen democratic values. Since it was first observed in 2008, people all over the world have celebrated it with events like photo contests, children's workshops, debates, and community discussions. Democracy isn't just about voting. It's also about listening, engaging, and solving problems together. Take a moment and think. In your classroom or community, how do you usually share your opinions? Are all voices heard equally? Why democracy matters today? Let me tell you, democracy isn't perfect. Around the world, it's facing challenges. Disinformation, division, and shrinking civic space make it harder for people to participate fully. The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said, "The courage of people everywhere shaping their societies through dialogue, participation, and trust is more vital than ever." Now let's imagine a school debate where only a few students are allowed to speak. How would that feel? That's what happens in some countries where people can't freely express their ideas. Democracy thrives when everyone's voice matters, even small ones. Every respectful conversation, every time you participate in a decision, you're building democracy from the ground up. UNDEF 20 years of action. Now let's talk about a global force that helps democracy flourish. The United Nations Democracy Fund, or UNDEF. For 20 years, UNDEF has supported civil society, grassroots communities, and youth-led initiatives around the world. Over 1,000 projects that give marginalized people a voice, promote gender equality, and support independent media. In countries where democracy is fragile, UNDEF helps communities stand strong and participate in shaping their futures. If you had a fund like UNDEF to make one positive change in your school or community, what would you do? A student council project? A community awareness campaign? Think about it. Let me give you an example. In some countries, UNDEF supported youth groups teaching girls to participate in local elections. These small actions ripple out to create stronger, more inclusive communities. That's the power of turning a voice into action. Freedom of expression and press. Democracy cannot exist without freedom of expression. Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights guarantees everyone the right to hold opinions and share information freely. But reality check. In many places, governments and powerful groups try to restrict free speech. That's why press freedom and civic participation are so important. They allow people to access information, express ideas, and hold leaders accountable. What's one way you responsibly use your voice every day? Could be in class, online, or at home. Take a moment to think about it. 2025 event From Voice to Action. This year's theme for International Democracy Day is From Voice to Action. On the 15th of September, 4 p.m., the UN Democracy Fund is hosting a special event at UN headquarters in New York, in collaboration with UNDP, UNODC, and the UN Office for Youth Affairs. The goal? to show how ideas and voices can be transformed into real action, building trust, dialogue, and shared decision-making. Imagine sitting in that room listening to young people, activists, and leaders discuss how to make their voices count. That's the heart of democracy: participation, collaboration, and hope. How you can take action. Now you might wonder, I'm just a student. What can I do? Here's the exciting part. Democracy starts with small actions. Here are some ways to get involved. Speak up responsibly in class, school councils, or local projects. Listen to others. Democracy is as much about hearing as it is about talking. Encourage inclusion. Make sure everyone has a chance to participate. Participate in youth-led initiatives. These ripple out to larger change. Think about one concrete action you can take this week. Maybe it's raising a new idea in your school council, helping a friend participate in a discussion, or starting a small community project. Small steps lead to big democratic change. Small steps lead to big democratic change. So today, as we celebrate International Democracy Day 2025, remember that democracy is not a distant ideal. It's something we practice every day. Every respectful conversation, every community project, every voice counts. If all students, teachers, and parents took one small step to support democracy, what kind of world could we build together? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's turn our voices into action. Democracy is alive, and it starts with you.